Yeah, your boy D47 all day for real AMP and pop off, recounting as much rugby league information as possible. Right now, triple treat wooden spoons. Coast Seagulls getting the wooden spoon 1991, 1992 and 1993 in Australian Rugby League. And so you don't miss any crucial rugby league information, watching this video all the way through to the end. As per always. So Coast Seagulls, they need quite a bit of explaining. And with all due respect, I'm going to say extremely negative things, but that's just, unfortunately, just the way they were at that point in time. So, Gold Coast, this is not the Gold Coast Titans. They didn't enter the competition until the year 2007. This previous incarnation of Gold Coast were in the competition 1988 up to 1998. And 1988 and 1989, they called themselves the Gold Coast Giants. 1990 up to 1996, they called themselves the Gold Coast Seagulls. And their final 2 years, 1997 and 1998, they called themselves the Gold Coast Chargers. So as the Gold Coast Chargers in 1997, that was the one time that they made the finals. 1997 finals, the first final they beat Illawarra Steelers 25-14, easily their finest ever performance. But in the next final, which was sudden death in 1997, they lost to Roosters 32-10 and were eliminated for the season. But, like I said, every other year in their history, they finished no higher than 4th last, unbelievably. They got the wooden spoon these 3 years, 1991, 1992 and 1993. And every other year, they avoided the spoon but finished no higher than 4th last on the ladder. So, bottom 4 every year except 1997, unfortunately. And, they were, unfortunately, like with all due respect, they were useless. They were a useless rugby league team. They were inept. They were incompetent. They didn't do any of the basics in rugby league properly. They lacked some experienced players, quality players. They lacked depth when there was injuries. They lacked good management both on and off the field. And they even had Wally Lewis, one of the all-time greats. He even played for 1991 and 1992. And they still got the wooden spoon both these years, even with King Wally playing in the team. Not even he could lift them and get them competitive, get them winning games on a regular basis, unfortunately. The only other players of note that did play for him, Craig Coleman, who played many years for South Sydney first. He played a couple of years with them to end his career. He couldn't even improve them. But some other half-decent players they had. There was an outside back called Danny Peacock and Shane Russell. They went all right and got some excellent tries every now and then, but they were hot and cold. And there was also Brett Horsnell and Peter Gill in the second row were reasonable. And also the hooker Ray Herring, he was a reasonable player too. None of them superstars, none of them the best players in the comp, but some players that at least did a little something for them sometimes, so to speak. But still, despite that, altogether in their history, they played 244 games over their 11-year history. They only ever won 52 games, had 9 draws, and lost 183 games. So, they'd actually lost 3/4 of their games, they'd actually lost over their history. Exactly 75% of the time, they'd lost, unfortunately. Really, really emphasise it. So, 1991, this wooden spoon here, you obviously don't expect that they're going to score many points, win many games. So from the 22 games in 1991, they managed to measly 2 wins, only 1 draw, and lost the other 19 games. They also lost 13 consecutive games to finish the season. So, of course, they lost the wooden spoon, losing 13 straight games. Lost the wooden spoon. Of course, they got the wooden spoon, I should say. And their attack, incredibly, they scored only 240 points from 22 games. So it's only a tiny little tad over 10 points per game. And in defence, they conceded 492 points in defence. So they'd scored less than half the amount of points that they conceded, alarmingly. But, as disastrous as it sounds, it was also normal for them. Yes, it was a catastrophe, but unfortunately, it was also the norm for them. Like I said, I'm not trying to tear them apart, have a go at them. I'm just saying the honest, brutal truth. That's what I do in these videos. I give the cold, hard, brutal facts. With all due respect, this is just how bad they were, unfortunately. So then, with the scorers, I usually do every wooden spoon team's leading try and point scorer for said season. Well, this time, because the point scorers are so meagre, so measly, we just need to merge them together. So the leading scorer for Gold Coast Seagulls in 1991, Wayne Bartram, who only got 4 tries and 11 goals, 38 points. Only 38 points for the season. That was enough for him to be the team's leading scorer, which is, diabolical. In second place, a player called Brett Rolls, and he got only 2 tries and 9 goals, 26 points for Gold Coast in 1991. And in third place, Brett French, and he got 5 tries, but no goals, 20 points. and that was their highest point scorers, unfortunately. So then, moments in the sun, like I said, there was only 3 games they got any competition points. In round 3, they managed a 12-all draw with St George. In round 5, they'd beaten Parramatta 16-8, and in round 9, they'd beaten Newcastle 16-12. But most embarrassing moment. We've got 2 contenders, so drop your comment below as to what you think it is. Either most embarrassing moment is the fact that after that win against Newcastle in round 9, 16-12, they then lost the last 13 consecutive games, like I already said. That, or, in particular, my personal opinion for most embarrassing moment, in particular, the 1991 round 8 game, where they were copped the shellacking from Illawarra Steelers 46 points to 4. If you've been watching my other Wooden Spoon videos, you'll know that I've said many times in the 1980s Illawarra struggled and got 3 Wooden Spoons in the 1980s, but I also said they were much, much better in the 1990s, and they were exceptionally difficult to beat on home soil at Wollongong. So it was no surprise that in 1991 round 8 Illawarra did win by a big margin, but still, 42-point hiding, and legendary Illawarra Steelers winger Alan McIndoe, he scorched over for no less than 5 tries in the one game. Not 3 or 4 tries in the game, which we do see sometimes. 5 tries in the one game, and that was the only time any Steelers player ever got 5 tries in the one game. So, my opinion for most embarrassing moment, 1991 round 8, Illawarra Steelers 46, Gold Coast Seagulls 4, or the fact that they lost the last 13 consecutive games to wrap up the Wooden Spoon. And just for a tiny little extra something info, the only try scorer for Gold Coast Seagulls in the 46-4 loss to Illawarra was Ray Herring. The look at Ray Herring, like I said, was a reasonable player. He crashed over from dummy half for a hooker's barge over try, and that was the only points they could get in that game. So there you go. Boy or day for real, D47, Gold Coast 1992, 1993 coming up next, as I've already said. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end so you didn't miss any crucial rugby league information. And thank you for ongoing, continued pulverising, brutal, malevolent support. Your boy all day, DL47. Toodaloo.